Hello, everyone. For those that do not know me, my name is Larry. I'm the creator of the Plump Travelers YouTube channel. As you all may have noticed, I have since shut down our Plump Travelers channel. I do not know what the future holds for the channel, but for now, I need to step away. I want to remind you all that I'm dealing with some mental health and medical problems that affects my daily living. I have been for a few years now. That is why I'm on disability. I have not worked in a real job since 2017, where I worked as a community outreach worker, working with the local homeless and addiction population here in Powell River. I'm also trying to live a normal life as much as possible, but I have frequent struggles. Sadly, YouTube and my mental health have been overwhelmingly stressful for me lately. It has been affecting my depression, where all I want to do is hide in my bedroom. That is why I chose to shut things down. You may also have noticed that I have unfriended most of you on Facebook. Please know this is nothing personal towards you. I need to do this. I need it to do this so I don't wake up every day and see everything that I've been seeing every day for a very long time, reminding me of the stress that has been causing me all over again. Please accept my apologies if this may have caused you any grief. It was not my intentions. I need to say, there are certain behaviors going on in this cruise community that have been causing me a lot of stress lately. I will not point fingers at anyone in particular. I wouldn't do that. In order to grow and be successful on YouTube, you need to be a likable and sociable person. Some are more likable and popular than others. This is normal. If one does not fit in quotes, properly and are socially inept, they are treated differently, which can affect their channel growth. That is part of human psychology. Sometimes I even feel like I'm a sociable person, or quite extroverted, to be honest, but I fool some. I'm socially inept. What does it mean to be socially inept? Socially inept people don't know how to comfortably socialize, engage in conversation, and calmly interact with others. They often misread social cues or feel physically anxious. They may have an intense fear of talking to new people and being humiliated in social settings. With YouTube, there are many different personalities to interact with, from all walks of life. Sometimes, some people forget how amazing this whole community is, how loving and caring we all are. Sometimes, there are also those who can be quite harsh on others without even knowing it, sadly. Living with ADHD, it is difficult to concentrate and pay attention to things and others sometimes. Also, with my own personal ADHD journey, I have issues with inattention. I have difficulties keeping interested in things, even if it is usually interesting to me. This is not purposely done. You cannot just say, well, just stop it, or just understand. This would be referring to the amount of a person watches your content. You cannot expect everyone to think your content is the best and that everyone should be watching just your content only. Just to let you know, it can be boring for the viewer sometimes, including my own content. Yep, it can be boring sometimes also. I found out recently that there was somebody in the community taking it upon themselves and treating others differently and negatively because they were not supportive enough of a certain channel. Again, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. Do you feel this way? Admittedly, there have been times where I have not watched people's videos. Either it was because they just didn't interest me, or they were boring, or I wasn't in the mood to watch anything at the moment. Just like my videos. They can be the same old boring thing too, right? The majority of ADHD sufferers are also extremely sensitive to what others may think or treat or say about them. This is frequently referred to as rejection sensitive dysphoria, or RSD for short. which is a term used to describe some symptoms connected to ADHD, but it is not a medical diagnosis. For the most part, I'm a normal person just like you are, but I'm missing some social skills that are not normal to you or others, and I can be socially inept at times. This is where I have been treated harshly all my life by my peers. Sometimes they see me acting differently than the rest of the group, and then they start to treat me like I'm a loser or something by ignoring me or leaving me out of part of the group conversations. This hurts a lot. It has all my life. I'm not jealous, but take for instance, someone with autism, part of their disability is being socially inept, and most people treat them differently than those with ADHD. They treat them in an empathetic and understanding way, just like someone with Down syndrome. Did you know ADHD and autism are pretty close in diagnosis and are on the same spectrum? There are some differences, but not much. A disability is all the same, but with some differences. The problem is ADHD is unknown to many, or a misunderstood hidden disability. I've seen it time and time again since joining YouTube on October 24th, 2019. There were so many live feeds that I have entered over the past couple of years trying to understand how things work on YouTube so I can at least grow my own channel. And also, at the same time, trying to show my support to the community as much as I could. In the beginning, I spent 60 to 70 hours a week just joining as many of the crew's channels I could in their live feeds, giving super chats at times, along with watching their videos. I loved it. But a lot of the time, when I tried to join into some of the conversations in chat or tried messaging the host, I noticed my conversations were commonly left out from the rest of the others who were commenting. To me, this felt so unwelcoming. It took me many months to start noticing people were responding to some of my messages. It felt good. But over time, the responses start to slow down again. Some of these channels will say, well, sometimes it is hard to keep up with the chat. I agree, it can be tough at times, as I have my own live feed chat to deal with, but this isn't the case all the time. It is up to the creator to notice these things, that sometimes some of their viewers are being left out of their conversations. It is their viewers who are supporting them and helping their channel to grow. They need to pay attention to this. I'm not saying we need all of your attention, just, some. At the same time, I noticed others joining into the community who were being treated differently than I was in some of the chats. Many of the chatters and the people on the panel getting all excited as if they were seeing their lifelong friends entering the chat. I couldn't figure out why. As some would say, do I smell? What makes them different than me? It is not like I sit back quiet. In fact, I can even be chatty sometimes where I can take over a conversation, but unintentionally. I take medications for my ADHD. This causes me to be this way. I have a disability. And I'm not making an excuse because I have a disability. It's just, I have a disability. There were multiple channels over time who started after I did, who are now well into monetization, which is totally awesome. And I'm truly happy for them. Congrats to you. But there are many variables to why this is. But you do notice that they were being treated differently than you were, which causes those channels to be likable and grow faster. There were so many things that can make a channel grow and become popular. This may sound like jealousy, but it is not. It is sadness, because I do not have the proper skills or the ability to do the same. I'm not here trying to get you people to feel sorry for me. I don't need sympathy. I just need empathy and understanding. I know my content isn't the greatest, and I know I'm not the most popular person on YouTube. I'm okay with this. I'm not even the life of the party either. But that is okay too. I'm not trying to be. Over the last couple of years, I've been trying very hard to show this community how much I love and support them. There's some amazingly beautiful people in here. I follow over 500 YouTube channels. The vast majority of them are cruising channels. I've also given many super chats over the years to a lot of these channels to show my support, and I was honored to do so. I've also spent countless hours moderating for many of these different channels and have enjoyed every minute of it. Sadly, I have since slowed down attending most of these live feeds, but I do still support most of these channels by watching some of their videos or feeds on a daily basis. I don't have cable, but I do most of my support behind the scenes watching on Roku. This may also sound like I'm trying to buy your friendship by supporting you, but it's not. I'm being me. My mother and my Christian background have taught me to be loving, giving, caring, compassionate, empathetic, forgiving, and understanding to others above myself. To care unconditionally, which I still do. But I'm also human who has feelings and a heart. Please understand your behaviors towards others can be very damaging and hurtful at times. Even though it may be unintentional, it still hurts. We all don't act or think like you do. You need to be more patient and empathetic with others. Give people a chance and not treat them like they are alien because they are different than you, even if it is still irritating you. Lastly, we all start out as new YouTubers. We all need to remember where we started out. Most people start with creating boring and poor quality videos. If you want to support each other, #supporter, why not consider watching some of these boring videos and poor quality videos of all these channels? Even I can watch some at times, and I have disabilities, but I try to support wherever I can. For now, I will be leaving all my accounts active, including our YouTube channel. Only the future knows what it will bring. I don't know. But I do want to say thank you to you all that have been supporting us over the last couple of years. We appreciate you. And I want to wish everyone all the best. Thank you, Larry from Plum Travelers.